What's up, guys? This is Echan from Parser Gamers, and as you may have seen, I had a part one of this video series, two-part video series, on what you need for an awesome ultimate gaming setup. And I told you that I was going to show you absolutely everything you will need, and that's what I'm going to do. The first part of the video series was on the actual computer itself, and this part is all about peripherals. Literally everything else. Everything but the computer. So let's go ahead and get started with that. First off, of course, what you're going to need to put everything on is a desk. And I found this one, and I was very glad I found it. This is amazing, actually, and I really need to get one. This is the Atlantic Gaming Desk. It's black. And basically what you have is you have this whole place here to put all of your most of your peripherals. You can, keyboard, mouse mat, mouse, obviously, anything basically. Um, as you can see in this picture here, you can also put two controllers here if you're also playing console, which I have no problem with that. An actual cup holder, which is a weird feature to get excited about, but that's pretty awesome because personally I hate putting drinks on my desk just because if anything falls, I do not want anything to short. That would completely destroy my computer. It also has places to put speakers and, oh, of course, this top part for a monitor. That's a really sweet feature because I have my monitor raised up, but I just have that on like a little laptop raise, and it's not the sturdiest, but it's secure enough that I feel comfortable with my monitor on it. But that's perfect, and I don't know why that guy has a laptop there, but whatever. So yeah, I would highly recommend that desk, and at only $134.95, it's a great deal. All right. Used up a lot of time on that, but next would be our monitor, of course. This is an Asus VS series, and this is a black 23.6 inches, 2 millisecond LED backlight widescreen LCD monitor. This is a really good monitor, as 180, not too expensive, but it's good size. I would recommend using DVI, and a bunch of people are going to get mad at me, all of the people that use HDMI, but personally, I do not like a big black outline around my screen. So next we're going on to the fun stuff, and this is the Mad Catz V7 black USB wired gaming keyboard. And I'm going to have to be quick with this. I could talk about this keyboard for hours, but it is just godly. One of the biggest features is the LED setup in here. You can basically customize it however you want. You can make your WASD keys a different color from your number pad, or all of your other keys a different color from your arrow keys. So many customizations, and there's multiple profiles. You've got this touch screen thing at the top, and a palm rest, G keys. It's awesome, and only $87. Great deal. We're also going to move on to this awesome mouse here, the Razer Naga Hex gaming mouse. And this is a really weird mouse in that it's perfectly shaped to your hand. As you can see, it's got a lot of weird indentations, but they put a lot of time into that to make sure they have everything down about the human hand, so it's gonna fit perfectly. Great changeable DPI settings. You've got all of these buttons on the side, which is originally for MMOs, but you don't necessarily need to. You can change those buttons to literally whatever you want. And this is different from the original Razer Naga that had 12 buttons, but I don't personally need that, so I like this one more actually. It all looks really nice, and of course you've got this little braided kind of wire. All right, we're gonna move on. Highly recommend that mouse as well. So this is the Corsair Vengeance MM mouse mat, 200 standard gaming mouse mat. And there are actually three different, I believe it's three different kinds of these. There's different sizes. This is like the mid-sized one, and they're not too much different in price-wise. But this is maybe 30% bigger than a piece of paper, which you want for a gaming mouse, just because you're going to be moving your mouse a lot more than just standard whatever. Alright, we're going to move on next. This is actually one of the few things that I don't have on Newegg. This is a Turtle Beach P11 amplified stereo sound headset, and cheap at $60, but it's the one I'm using right now, and I love it. It's got great sound, a pretty great microphone. That's what I'm actually recording with right now, and it's not too bad. Yeah, I go with that one. It's nice, it's comfortable. Here we have something weird that a lot of people don't have. Most people don't have, but I do, and it was one of the best gaming peripheral purchases I've ever made. This is the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro USB joystick, and it fits perfectly to your hand. Great for flying aircraft or even maneuvering vehicles. It's got a shitload of buttons. You got 12 programmable buttons with a rapid fire trigger and an 8-way rubber hat switch and the throttle. The throttle is really cool. And this one, it can go in any motion you want, and so great flying capabilities. I use that one, and it's great. Alright, we're going to move on here. Because we have the headset, you don't necessarily need this. I just kind of threw this in real quick. Didn't really spend too much time looking at this. Really, really cheap, but it'll give you, if you want, to play some music off of it, it should do fine. If you really want to spend more money, you can end up spending $1,000 on speakers if you want it. But because you have a headset, it's not completely necessary. This is really weird, and but not that. Sorry about that. Here we have just a little step stool, and most people are like, what the hell, why do you need a step stool? You don't. I just thought I'd throw it in because I did make you the promise that I was going to throw in absolutely everything that you want or need. Not necessarily need in this case, but I personally like having my feet raised just a little bit when I'm gaming. I don't know why, it's just a thing I like. Whatever. You don't have to pay $15, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want. You can use a textbook if you want. I don't care. It's just a personal preference. Here, we got a $100 chair. It's just a nice office chair. Looks very comfortable. Leather, whatever. You need one of those. You can't be sitting in a wooden chair. I'm sorry. You need something comfortable. We're gonna move on here just to a little fan because, as you may know, while my computer does not run hot, if yours may, and that's totally cool. Whatever you build. And I like having a fan in my room, because it does get kind of stuffy. And that's gonna bring the grand total of everything, not everything, but up to about $1,600. I'm saying $1,600 because you can, like I said, you can get amazing deals. You might even be able to get this for $1,500, but you have to add in the stuff that wasn't on Newegg, like this table, your headset here, step stool, whatever, chair, and I'm just gonna basically round that to about $300. So you are only gonna end up spending about $1,900 on this stuff, and with all of that, you're getting amazing peripherals. You are getting an amazing monitor. The computer is outstanding. And it will just make your gaming experience better than any you've had before. And I promise that. So, go ahead, copy exactly what I have. I don't give a shit. Go ahead. It'd be cool to know that I did that. But, yeah, just take a look at the products. All of the products will be in the description. And also I'll have a link to the first video in the series. You don't necessarily have to watch them in order, so yeah, make sure to subscribe to us, The Partial Gamers. Follow us on Twitter, @The Partial Gamers, and check us out on Facebook, at facebook.com/The Partial Gamers. Thanks.